First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honor to the elders, great millstone, and salutation to all Yakim on the house and Bible teaching his work sincerely and faithfully. I don't know what to call this video yet, but it's gonna be around America being betrayed. Like it tells you, the beast shall hate the whore, right? American allies American allies are leaving America, right? Saudi Arabia, Turkey, France. And France is part of NATO. That's not France, not only France, but Turkey. Saudi Arabia once used to work with I think Saudi Arabia used to work with America. Now they're trying to work with BRIC the new how do I say it? BRIC is the new group compared to NATO at the alliance force. But Obadiah chapter 1 verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Esau is greatly despised, especially the ones in America. The pride of thine heart has deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Right? Ain't that Esau, his pride, thinking that he's going to live forever? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So he's going to be brought down low for all the wickedness and atrocities Esau has done throughout history. Right? And we see it slowly but surely, If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? So would they not steal till they had enough? No, but Esau doesn't. He steals everything, Even the thing that's not even worth anything, he still takes it just to take it, All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, all the men that confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. So that's what's happening right now, Prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. So Joe Biden, right, there's none understanding in him. Right? America, so the state of America is portrayed by the leader. You look at Joe Biden, he, there's no understanding in him. Shall in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, the understanding out of the Mount of Esau? You got Joe Biden shaking hands with the air, walking off the podium, walking around, Generals are transgenders now in the military. You got transgenders, you got gays, you got feminists in the military. You got gay generals, transgenders, And the mighty men, OT men, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the Mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So that's all the wickedness Esau done to the nation of Israel, Jake. The so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But I want to get Turkey accuses the U.S. of bullying Saudi Arabia over OPEC plus oil cuts. Turkey's foreign minister slammed U.S. for bullying Saudi Arabia after OPEC plus announced oil production cuts despite Washington objection. I'm going to go down because I just read it. OPEC announced recently it would produce 2 million barrels of oil less a day starting in November, curbing supply in an already tight market despite pressure from the U.S. and other nations to increase output. U.S. President Joe Biden said last week there will be consequences for American relations with Saudi Arabia after the OPEC move. So Joe Biden, America think they can fight everyone. They think they can fight Iran. They think they can fight Russia. They think they can fight China over Taiwan. China over Taiwan. Ukraine and Russia. The Taiwan and China. Now you're gonna start a fight with Saudi Arabia. Don't forget, I just said Iran too. But it's like when he's never satisfied. He pissed on tomorrow and he's like he's gonna fight everybody, bro. It's not the wisest thing. But Esau is a fool. We see that a country has threatened Saudi Arabia, especially recently. This bullying is not correct. Foreign Minister Mevlut said at a news conference in southern Turkey on Friday, "We don't think it's right for the U.S. to use it as an element of pressure on Saudi Arabia or any other country in this way." You got Turkey, you're an ally of NATO. Well, I don't know what they're doing. Turkey is double dutching, Turkey's talking to Russia, making deals with Russia, and still in NATO. Like, how does that work? The U.S. is eager to see Saudi Arabia and OPEC partners pump more oil to help bring the high cost in petrol and ease the highest U.S. inflation rate in 40 years. OPEC cartel and an additional group of 10 other oil producers headed by Russia decided to reduce global output next month. The move is expected to lead to higher oil prices, which would help Russia pay for its war in Ukraine. Saudi Minister of Foreign Affairs Prince Faisal bin Farhan has said the OPEC decision was purely economic and taken unanimously by its member states. The kingdom also denied it was taking sides over Russia invasion of Western-backed Ukraine, insisting it had maintained a principled position in support of international law. Saudi Arabia's defense minister, Prince Khalid bin Salman, recently said he was astonished by accusations that the kingdom was dealing with Russia in its war with Ukraine. So now you're accusing your own ally of betraying you, and that's like, damn, you don't even trust me. So it's like you got a lot of unease going on, Not only that, but I seen a video where they said we would not be bullied, If I could just find the video. It's not the video. I can't even find the video, but his cousin, Salam, his cousin, he actually responded to Joe Biden saying we will not be threatened and we will take up any type of, they were talking like they were about to do something. U.S.-Saudi alliance in jeopardy threatened multi-million-dollar arms sales. The long-standing U.S.-Saudi alliance, political, economic, military, which dates back to 1931, is in deep trouble. U.S. President Joe Biden has warned Saudi Arabia that it would face consequences after OPEC plus the oil cartel led by Saudi Arabia and Russia announced plans for cut in oil production and an estimated 2.0 million barrels a day that could escalate gas prices in the United States. Joe Biden, this is all your fault. Now you're trying to cover up for something you did. You put sanctions on Russia, and now they put sanctions on the other countries, and they're cutting off oil supply to you. So it's like, this is all you, Now he's trying to save face. The implications for the U.S. are both political and economic at a time when inflation is on a rise. And midterm elections are scheduled for early November. Let me get down to the... All right, Democratic Representative Tom Malinowski of New Jersey, a former State Department official from the Obama administration, Sean Casten of Illinois, Susan Wild of Pennsylvania, announced they were planning to introduce a bill to remove all U.S. forces and military equipment from the two oil-rich countries. But is this an empty threat or a political reality? according to the Stockholm International Peace. So they're going to be pulling forces from Saudi Arabia. International Peace Research Institute, the 5 biggest arms buyers from the U.S. during 2017 to 2021 were Saudi Arabia, which accounted for 23.4% of all U.S. arms exports, followed by Australia, 9.4%, South Korea, 6.8%. So currently, the Saudis are the biggest single buyers of American weapon systems, a major lifeline for U.S. defense contractors who lead a powerful lobby in the U.S. So you got all that money. What do you do with it? Nothing. You make more weapons. Yeah, this country's finished, man. Oh, we don't got enough money, but we sell weapons by the pound at Saudi Arabia. We're gonna give our money to Russia, though. Not Russia, Ukraine. So he's still be on some nonsense, you know. So recent U.S. arms deals to Riyadh include terminal high altitude area defense, anti-missile system, Patriot advanced capability, three air defense systems, following support for the Royal Saudi Air Force, M1A2 Abrams, main battle tanks, high mobility, multi-purpose wheeled vehicles, light armored vehicles, Black Hawk, light attack. You got patrol boats, ships, combating ships, modernizations of the Saudi Arabian National Guard, and Javelin. Since 2014, the U.S. has also authorized a permanent export over $8.2 billion in arms to Saudi Arabia via the direct commercial sales process. The top categories of DCS to Saudi Arabia include tanks, military vehicles, military electronics, munitions, and launch vehicles. Like many countries around the world are acting based on their own interests. They are not willing to subordinate what they see as for their national interest to the demand of Washington, D.C. He pointed out the Biden administration wants to try and lessen the cost of the Ukraine war, namely high energy prices that are being borne by the Europeans, rather than try to find a peace deal in Ukraine, which would allow Europe's energy prices to decline due to supply from Russia and increasingly from Norway. U.S. wanted to ask what it sees as gas stations to pump out more. This would harm the Saudis, who, despite the first bumps during Biden's visit, declined to follow orders, said Brash, who is also a non-resident senior fellow. So I'm going to get a scripture. Jeremiah 50:23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? You know? Wasn't America that hammer? You know? America's it's threatening its own allies. So basically that's a panic. You're panicking. That's what Joe Biden do. He's panicking. If he's threatening his own allies over something, there will be consequences. What consequences? You already got your whole force around the world. What are you gonna? Oh, well, he could pull his forces out of Saudi Arabia, you know, and broken. How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? You know. Joel 3:10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. You know? That's these other nations not being afraid of America no more. You know, China, you know, the Cold War with Russia, how they lost a lot. They lost the whole Soviet Union, got disbanded. The USSR. China never had like jets and all that, or destroyers, which are those giant metal ships. Saudi Arabia didn't have weapons until they made that deal. At some point, all these nations were small to America. Now, now they're standing up. America's making more enemies than allies, and you got it's their own allies questioning them. France maybe working with Russia now, right? Let's get another one. U.S. ratchets up pressure on Turkey over ties with Russia. See, look, they, why are you working with him? See, look, everybody's not working with America. The beast shall hate the whore, right? Turkey's part of NATO. France is part of NATO. Who else was it? I keep forgetting the last one. There's three nations. I think it was Spain, but I know it's Turkey and France who are actually talking to Russia about their gas. And I can't even get the whole article. That's lame. Come on. Russia and Turkey double down on Turk Stream. So since the Nord Stream 1 and 2 were destroyed by sabotage, now you got Russia and Turkey are trying to make a deal with each other about Turk Stream. But as Bob Dylan famously saying, the times are changing in the face of major energy crisis in Europe brought on by the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Russia and Turkey are actively considering the construction of a new Turk Stream pipeline that will be double the amount of Russian gas transported to Turkey, with an eye on transforming Turkey into a regional energy hub that could service European energy needs in an increasingly uncertain and volatile geopolitical environment. See, that's gonna get America pissed. Because they don't want them to deal with Russia, but they have no other way of getting gas unless you want to buy from America, which is 5 times the price. The potential expansion of Turk Stream comes on the heels of the sabotage of Nord Stream and North Sea. Look, I was right, through the spirit, right? They had to make a new pipeline because of Nord Stream 1 and 2 sabotage. The Turk Stream comes on the heels of the sabotage of the Nord Stream 1 and 2 pipelines connecting Russia with Germany through the Baltic Sea, effectively terminating Germany as a European energy hub. So Germany is no longer going to be the one to house the energy, the gas pipeline. It's going to be Turkey now. A European energy hub, the elimination of both the reality and potential of Russian gas supplies through Germany has put a premium on alternative sources of supply. Fractious relations between Russia and the EU, all that assured that existing pipeline connections with Russia through the former Soviet bloc nations of Eastern Europe will not be a source of increased availability of Russian gas if they continue to operate at all. The coming winter will provide the ultimate test of the viability of Europe's willingness to maintain its current level of support for Ukraine, including sanctioning Russian energy, while the costs of the support are, for the moment, politically sustainable for the U.S. This may not be the case for many European nations. So they're saying, like, they don't benefit out of sanctioning Russia. It's doing more harm to good to them. It's doing good for America, but America don't care about its own allies, This may not be the case for many European nations. The mood will likely darken as factories shut down or relocate due to higher energy costs, or populations are subject to rolling blackouts, potentially leading to political instability. So this is only happening because Europeans, the NATO, they follow America like America's the damn. It goes into Bible prophecy though. America runs NATO ultimately. And all these other European countries are a bunch of clowns. They say, yep, America. Gotta follow America. Let's go sanction Russia. And guess what? Now you got rolling blackouts about to happen. Factories are gonna get shut down. They have to pick a side, and they are, you know. You know, I'm gonna get a scripture. Oh man, you know, Revelation 17:16. The 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. You know, what nations are these? You know, the EU. Oh, now I remember. Now I'm starting to remember. It was Greece, France, and Turkey who are now talking to America. You know, the beast shall hate the whore. Look at that. This is the beast. You know, this is Europe. All right. Albania, Belgium, Bulgaria, Canada. So they all gonna betray America at some point. NATO. Now you got other ally Finland trying to join NATO. An allied force. You know, America's finished, man. You can come up with all the damn allies you want to join NATO. You know, it's no point in joining a man. America is willing to sacrifice its own allies just for the sake. You know, that's not really a friend in a way. You know, or an ally. You know, whatever your interest, and it and they're messing up your interest because you need gas, you need oil, and you get supplied by Russia, and you're sanctioning the country that's helping you. And what is America helping you with? Nothing. You know, Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. They made all the earth drunken. They have drunken of her wine, you know, her philosophy. You know, you got these European nations listening to America. Yeah, we know what's best for you. Therefore, the nations are mad. They said, you know what? You know, they've been getting played. You know, like they've been getting played for a very long time. Now they're getting tired of it. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. So all the wickedness of this country, this is the reason why this country is ultimately going to be destroyed. The sin, right? That what happened to Jake? You know, being here. You know, the black Hispanic Native Americans, genocide, slavery, put on reservations, torture. You know, they're gonna have to suffer for that. They're really gonna have to suffer. I'm gonna get what is this? You know. So you got America, Saudi Arabia talking about not dealing with America. I know France. If I can get Greece. Let's see, get some more. Got America getting mad at its allies dealing with Russia. So you got Greece, Salaki. You know, it wasn't Greece that went. I thought Greece wasn't gonna be on Ukraine's side. But a lot of these countries, they're listening to America. You know, they got drones. Russia got drones blowing up on people. From Iran. But this country's finished. Oh, sorry. Jeremiah 50:14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all you that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrow, for she has sinned against the Lord. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all you that bend the bow. Shoot at her. So America is going to be shot at by many arrows. The nuclear missiles. For she has sinned against the Lord. Everything America's ever done, they have to pay the tab back. Its allies are going to betray them. Its enemies are damn sure going to destroy them too. Ultimately by Russia, right? Gog and Magog. You know, you got Turkey dealing with Russia, and they're part of NATO. There's a lot going on, man. America's getting mad. They're working with Russia. With that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, the bonus to the elders, great millstone. So I say, Shalom Yakim, on the highways and byways, till next time I say Shalom.